Welcome to Fable in Fact. Today we're diving into one of the most mysterious phenomena ever debated: reincarnation. Reincarnation, the idea that our souls live on beyond death, stepping into new bodies across time and space. It's a topic that has fascinated philosophers, theologians, and scientists alike. Some dismiss it as fantasy. Others have spent their careers gathering compelling evidence that suggests there may be more to consciousness than our single lifetime. And today, we'll explore some of the most striking stories and research on the subject. Stories that challenge our understanding of life, death, and what might lie between. Let's start in Japan. In March 2025, a heartfelt tweet by a mother in Tokyo set off a firestorm online. She explained that her 7-year-old son had been sharing memories of a past life, memories so vivid that she felt compelled to help him find his former mother. It all began when, at age 3, he called out mid-nap, "Mama, my old mom's voice was more beautiful." Soon he was blurting out details about riding a motorcycle 4 decades ago, suffering a fatal accident at an intersection marked by stone pylons, and a distinctive traffic signal that went beep beep. Over the next 4 years, he painted maps of that crossroads, sketched the make and model of the bike, and even imitated the tone of his supposed past mother's voice. His parents, a meticulous civil servant father and a nurse mother, initially chalked it up to imagination. But as every decade-old detail stacked up with no contradictions, they realized this wasn't attention-seeking. It was consistent, unforced, and unaccountable by any normal childhood fantasy. Moved by his anguish at his past mother's grief, "She must be heartbroken," he said. His mother posted her plea for help, hoping someone might recognize the story. Within hours, sleuths had scoured local records and matched his sketches to a street in rural Okinawa, where, in 1978, a high schooler died in a motorcycle crash. Though the death certificate listed complications rather than a direct collision, the neighbors confirmed that a white sedan struck the young rider. The family never spoke of it until now. While investigators continue to verify names and addresses, this case remains one of the clearest examples in Japan of a child's recollections that aligned so precisely with a documented death over 40 years ago. Let's cross the Pacific to the United States, to another landmark case first reported in 2000 and studied in depth by researchers at the University of Virginia. When little James was 2, he and his mother were shopping for toys. He insisted on a model of a World War II fighter plane, one adorned with juice tanks, he called them, instead of bombs. Neither parent recognized the term drop tank, used only by aviators to describe external fuel pods on planes like the Grumman F-6F Hellcat. Night after night, James woke from nightmares of being trapped in a burning cockpit, crying out, "They set me on fire! Those Japanese pilots!" By age 3, he was painting detailed scenes of aircraft carriers and dogfights. His father, a skeptic, combed through naval records and casualty lists from the USS Natoma Bay's deployment in the Pacific. While no pilot named Jack Larson appeared, there was a Lieutenant James Houston, who flew F-6Fs during the 1945 Iwo Jima campaign and never returned. A surviving shipmate, Larson, James's nickname for Houston, confirmed he knew a pilot by that call sign who failed to fly back from a strike. Years later, the boy's artwork and the carrier's muster rolls gave further weight to his account. At age 7, James's memories began to fade, leaving behind only a fascination with aviation that would shape his dreams of becoming a pilot. These extraordinary anecdotes don't just intrigue us, they've driven serious scientific inquiry. Since 1967, the Division of Perceptual Studies at the University of Virginia has collected and rigorously examined reports of children who claim past life memories. Founded by Dr. Ian Stevenson, this small research arm within UVA's School of Medicine has amassed a database of over 2,200 documented cases from around the world, each subjected to cross-checks against death certificates, family histories, and local archives. Roughly 70% of these involve violent or untimely deaths, and about 30% feature birthmarks or defects corresponding to wounds on the deceased, details parents and doctors confirm independently. One might ask, why only children? It turns out that past life recall almost always emerges between ages 2 and 4, just as language and memory circuits become robust. By age 7, the recollections typically fade, submerged by new experiences. The window is brief, but telling. If these stories were mere puzzles concocted to gain attention, we'd expect inconsistency or embellishment over time. Instead, the cases maintain remarkable coherence. No contradictions, no retractions, just a gradual quieting of the memories as the child's present-day self takes full hold. Skeptics argue for cultural conditioning or parental cueing. They point out that most cases arise in societies with a belief in reincarnation, where tales circulate freely. Yet researchers counter that Dobbs's files include cases from non-Buddhist, secular cultures too, children in rural Syria recalling details of neighbors they never met, a toddler in Brazil describing a truck crash miles away. And when stories include obscure terminology, like drop tank, or the technical names of polka albums long out of print, ordinary explanations fall short. Beyond anecdotes, what might explain these memories? Researchers propose two leading theories. One posits the traditional cycle of rebirth. Consciousness survives bodily death and enters a new life, carrying latent memories until the brain matures enough to unlock them. The other envisions a collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experiences that some minds tap into, perhaps glitching like a faulty streaming download. Both ideas challenge our materialist view of memory as purely neural wiring. Whether reincarnation reflects an immortal soul or a psychic field remains unresolved. What's undeniable is the weight of data. Thousands of cases, hundreds rigorously matched to real events, and dozens featuring birthmarks traced to autopsy photos. For every skeptic who demands extraordinary evidence, these stories offer precisely that. Children recounting intimate details of lives they never lived in this world. So what do we make of all this? Perhaps reincarnation really is a fact waiting to be understood. Or maybe our theories of mind are too narrow, overlooking dimensions of consciousness that science has yet to unravel. Either way, the phenomena force us to ask deeper questions about identity, mortality, and what it means to be me. If you enjoyed this dive into reincarnation, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a tale that blurs the line between legend and evidence. Thanks for watching Fable and Fact. We'll see you next time, where every story brings us closer to the truth behind the fable.